Being single can be hard, but being single in Estonia can be even harder because the traditional methods for finding a partner in Estonia are not really very sustainable and they're not really very healthy at all. I mean, the traditional method for going out and opening up is generally that you go out on a Friday night or on the weekends and then you get pitch drunk and then you try to hit on the next girl that you see. First, it can be very, very unhealthy, and secondly, this is not really how it works. Seeing somebody at night versus seeing them in a day makes a whole of a difference, like a difference of night and day actually. Bars and clubs and all these things are a little bit overhyped. There is a social hierarchy there, and of course it becomes very, very weird. Now, I'm not single anymore, but if I were single today, then these are the steps I would follow in Estonia to finally not be single anymore. Now, before I begin, it's also important to say what role does online dating play. And personally, I never liked it. I don't like it. It is for the same reason that I don't like these bars and clubs and all these things, because there is a lot of social hierarchy. There is a lot of focus on just the first microsecond of impression of how you look, how you are in real life. It doesn't really matter. So it's just a very showy environment. And all the tips that I'm going to tell you and all the steps that I'm going to tell you are going to be starting from the real life. Number one step that I would do if I were single today would be to join the gym. Now, I know that's a cliche, but trust me that it does wonders for you. It does wonders for you as a guy, for your self-confidence and for your self-esteem. Go to gym, start working out, and you will also see that it will have a ripple effect on your diet, because you can't really work out unless you have a really good diet. Now, if you start working on your diet, it will automatically improve your mood. You will be more cheerful, you would be more pleasant to be around. So that is the effect that it helps. That is the first step. While you are at gym, I would often advise you to start joining those group trainings, because then you start interacting with other people and you're not that shy anymore. So step number one, hit the gym. Now, step number two, what I would do is that join any social dancing class. Now, if you are an introvert like I was, and if you have little to no idea on how to approach women and all these things, then dancing is one of the best ways to learn. I advise every guy to learn dancing, and one of my favorite dances that I learned was tango. It is amazing. It is an amazing feeling because it gives you that sense of masculinity and femininity and how the interaction between them works. You can use any other partner dance as well, but I started with tango and it has been a real life changer for me, for understanding and appreciating women, how they are. It also provides a very safe environment for you to talk to other people, share similar interests, and start learning something together. Now, step number three, what I would do after going to the gym and after learning dancing, what I would start to do is to start going to expat events. Now, why expat events? The reason is quite simply because expats are like you. They suffer from the same challenges that you went through as an expat here yourself. And also you will meet many other women there from many other different countries who share the similar mindset of coming to Estonia and all these things. So that can be also a very good way to meet new people there, especially for guys in an environment where expats are meeting up generally. You will also see many Estonians joining these events, and these are mostly the Estonians who have lived abroad, who sort of miss all that vibe and all that culture from abroad and who want to be part of an international environment. So step number three would be to join these events and start talking to people and start chatting with them. Now, if you are at step number three and you have been religiously doing gym, you have been learning to do dancing, and you have been going out and interacting with these, and if you do that for 2 or 3 months, then there is no doubt that you will always meet people who are interested in you, or people who you are interested in. But eventually, if you still cannot find anybody, or if anybody cannot find you, then the more important thing, and step number four, what I would like you to do is to start creating content. Now, this is weird advice. Nobody would ever tell you to do that. But the thing is, that Estonia is quite small, and if you start to share your experiences, if you start to share photos or videos or writings or anything that you create online, for example, write in magazines, write in newspapers, publish things on YouTube, quality, valuable content on social media, then about Estonia and your life here, then you will definitely start to make waves. And one of the things that it does is that it creates trust in you. It starts to create your personal brand, and it starts to create trust in you. So people are more familiar of you, and people, especially ladies who are skeptical of foreigners, will be more trusting. And that is one of the biggest aspects when you are coming from abroad. So I hope these steps were helpful. If you have any other questions, then please put them down below, and maybe we can talk about it in a later video. Happy Valentine's Day to all the couples, and Happy Freedom Day to all the singles in Estonia. Thank you everybody, and I'll see you in the next one.